Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I've got an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about the Garberg. This is a beautiful full tang stainless steel knife. MOLLE puts out great knives. I've been using this thing for a long time and I've been so happy with it. But there's one thing that I've been waiting for, and that was for MOLLE to produce a knife that is this kind of quality in carbon steel. So the good news is we don't have to wait any longer. I've got my MOLLE Garberg in carbon steel. This thing is super cool. I'll read the package to you a little bit. Look at that. I am just super excited about this. I had it on pre-order for quite some time. Let me read here. MOLLE Garberg carbon steel is a powerful full tang knife, and the MOLLE multi-mount lets you take it with you to perform the toughest tasks wherever you are. Manufactured at our factory in Mora, Sweden, it's one of the most robust knives we've ever made. 3.2 millimeter thick blade of carbon steel with a Scandi grind profile that makes it easy to keep it sharp, and a ground spine compatible with a fire starter, so you can use a ferro rod with it. The MOLLE compatible MOLLE multi-mount and secondary lock lets you securely fasten your knife to vehicles, walls, or clothing, making it instantly accessible in any situation. Now it says here, carbon steel is easy to sharpen but requires more maintenance when exposed to moist or corrosive environments. So make sure to keep the blade clean and dry. And that's true. Carbon steel is not like stainless steel. Carbon steel in moisture will give it this little bit of a look, but it's not. I've never had a problem. I take either vegetable oil, olive oil, oil off of my nose, tallow, beef fat, anything like that, and I just keep that coated on the blade, and it keeps the oxygen off the blade. Does a good job. So again, this new MOLLE Garberg is 4.3 inch blade, 9 inches overall, 0.13 or 3.2 millimeters, 8.5 ounces or 240 grams, I think it is. And it says you can use it with the fire starter, full tang, and multi-mount. So let's open this up. Let's put the stainless steel version away. If you like this Kydex sheath, this is made by my very good friend, Country Prepper. So let's look at this MOLLE Garberg. I'm super excited. Looks like I need to use the old MOLLE to get out the new MOLLE. There's a little sticker there. Tell you what, these MOLLEs, they definitely stay sharp. They're good knives. If you're curious about the hammock with the bug net behind me, that is a company called Arir, and it's a really good hammock with the bug net system. So basically you put the ridge line up, you put the mosquito net up, there's a zipper on the side, and then you hang the hammock. It's a really cool system. So if you want to check the description box down below, I'll put a link to that as well if you're interested in that. So if you want a hammock camp and you don't want bugs, pretty cool. But let's get back to the MOLLE Garberg. So I'm seeing a few things here. Look at this. Whoops, I dropped something. There's nothing else in the package. So here is some straps here, and that is so you can mount this to things. It's got holes where you could put screws in it. You could mount it to whatever you want. You can use the straps to mount it. Just a really cool system. And you can see that there's an attachment point right here. Okay, so one strap can go there, and the other strap can go up high, and that can strap around a pole or anything like that. And then you can take your knife. I got it in here backwards actually. So you set the knife in the sheath here, and then you have this really nice Velcro that holds the knife into this thing. So this little sheath holds the knife very well. It's not going to go nowhere. Again, there's screw holes, so if you want to screw this to the side of your kayak, for example, you can have your knife sitting right there on your kayak and then just pull this strap up and then remove the knife and the sheath in its entirety. So I thought that was a really cool attachment. I just wanted to share that with you and make sure that you guys saw that, just in case some of you might have been wondering about that back there. Again, it's this little strap and the knife just sits just like that, and you roll this around the front and put the Velcro right around it just like that, and it holds it very well. Very cool design. I think that's pretty cool. It's a good setup. Doesn't go nowhere. No rattle. Pretty cool. I'm not going to use that personally. What I'm going to use is one of these two. Now this one here is the part that goes on the back, and if you push all the way up towards the sky, you'll hear it click. There it goes, and that gives you a part that will secure the blade. There we go. That leather's brand new, so it's a little bit tight. So that keeps the blade from falling out, which honestly I've never had a problem with that on the old sheath. But what you can do is you could take this part and go behind it, and it'll click right into place too, and you can use that as your holster. You know, you can put that on your belt and carry this knife, or you can remove this one in its entirety if you don't need that, because the knife fits really deep in the sheath, as you can see, and then pop that one into place, and then it hangs a little bit better, so you could hang it like that on your body. But let's talk about the knife more than the sheath. The sheath has a couple holes in the bottom for drainage, so if you get any water or anything in your sheath, you see that? The water will drain right out. Here is a first look at the carbon steel MOLLE Garberg. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail like I did on the original Garberg video. This thing is awesome. I can feel the spine is very sharp. In fact, this spine feels sharper than my original stainless steel version. This is a beautiful knife. So here is the new versus the old. Very cool knife. The profile of the blade is the same. Everything on it. I mean, it's the same knife, just carbon steel blade, which I think is super, super cool. Now, it'll probably fit in Country Prepper's Kydex work. I'm sure it will. He does amazing work. Look at that. Nice fit. Just pops right in. Pops right out. Very good fit. He does good Kydex work. And there's nothing wrong with the sheath that comes with the knife. I like these sheaths, honestly, because the knife kind of pops into place in that too. Listen. Hear it? It's a very quiet click. There it is. And the knife don't go nowhere. It doesn't fall out or anything like that. It's a very secure sheath. That's a cool knife. I'm so excited about this. You know, again, I'm not going to go into detail showing you how sharp it is or how good the spine is. This is just a first look.
Okay, so overbuilt. That's why it cost $80. I would just get 4 HD companions for that price, which come out of the box sharper, much sharper than this. And the grind, as you can see, oh, it's micro, but it's not polished, because they can't make it polished because they add a coating. They have to leave it satin so that I can add a coating so that it becomes rust resistant. That is why it doesn't come polished nice and shiny like the HD companions. They aren't polished, excuse me, they are polished because they aren't coated with a special coating. This is coated with a special coating, so it requires that satin finish to stick. It's still a great knife, but I would buy the HD companions for them. 2 stainless, 2 carbon. Still a great knife, but I wouldn't pay the money again. I would just buy the HDs.